Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the Fans of Wrestling Show. I'm your host, Paulie Price. How's it going, everybody? In this video, we're going to be talking about Monday Night Raw. Last night for me was a really good show. I loved a lot of the storytelling that was going on, and I'm going to break down the whole show, so let's go. All right, so the show started off with Randy Orton. Came out, and the crowd let him have it. What I liked about this segment is that Randy Orton came out, and he really was kind of speechless. Took his time getting to the ring. He even looked like he was trying to go up to the turnbuckle to do his signature move. But the crowd wasn't having it, and I loved everything that he did. How he took his time. I think it was about 10 minutes, and then he finally got on the mic, and he tried to say a word, and the crowd again let him have it. So I just think that what they did with Randy Orton Edge is so great. Now this is going to mean so much at WrestleMania. And yeah, so we see the fans continue booing him to the point where he says, "I can't do this," and he leaves. So that was pretty cool. I like how they started out the show. We wanted to know with the situation. Edge is better now, but he's, we probably won't see him for quite some time. Hopefully like a week before WrestleMania, it'd be really nice if he shows up. So that segment for me was definitely a 5 out of 5. If you wanted Randy Orton to have heat, he's got it. Let me tell you. So that was a great segment right there. All right, so we're going to start the match with Liv Morgan and Lana. This was the first match of the night. This was a really quick match. I think it was about 2 minutes. For me, the match is not going to get that great of a rating, but I did like what happened after the match, and that was Ruby Riott came back and made her return. I believe it's been about 10 months now. She had shoulder surgery. So that double soldier surgery. Wow, I'm really flustered here. So Ruby Riott, she attacks Liv Morgan, and we don't know why. So I like where this is going, because this could mean anything. This could be something that we're going to see at WrestleMania, because they were friends. They were in a group together. So this is pretty cool. I like this. So for me, I'm going to give that whole segment and match a 3 out of 5. Again, it was a really quick match, but the segment after was pretty cool. Then we move over to the second match of the night, and that was Drew McIntyre and Mojo Rawley. Again, another quick match, but Drew did do a little promo explaining how Brock Lesnar attacked him from behind and all that stuff, which was pretty cool, basically calling him out, which he didn't come out. And then he said, "Oh, Mojo, hold on. 3 seconds, and Claymore, you'll be done, so don't worry about it. You can go home." So the match did not involve the 24/7 championship, which was good, because I did not want Drew to win that thing. It would kind of tarnish everything that's going on for him right now, so I like how they did that. But I also like how they show Mojo Rawley just getting knocked on his ass, so that was pretty cool. There was a couple of matches that they did show that I did not get, because I watch it on Hulu. I work overnight, so I watched it just now, and they cut out a lot of the 2 matches that don't mean anything and commercials. So I'll look that up later when we do the end of the review show, and we'll talk about it. So if I skip over a match that happened already, sorry. But so that was a 3 out of 5 for me, that Drew McIntyre and Mojo Rawley segment and match together. But I was very happy with the way the show went right after this. We went into a 6-man elimination tag match, which was phenomenal. This match was definitely by far my favorite match of the night. The end of the main event was also a good match too as well, but this one had a lot of history as well. Those guys actually interrupted the main event too as well, so that's why it was also good. So we had Kevin Owens and the Viking Raiders versus AOP and Murphy. Again, like I said, this match was phenomenal. There was so much going on. The storytelling in this match was great. So now we're going to start and begin it with the Viking Raiders actually getting eliminated first, leaving it 3-1. Kevin Owens versus AOP and Buddy Murphy. But somehow, some way, KO was actually able to put away Buddy Murphy with a pop-up powerbomb in the ring while the AOP was outside. There was a lot of interference from Seth Rollins in this match, which, of course, we knew it was going to be. And then we actually see Akam come in the ring. And Kevin Owens gets the stunner on him and pins him, and now it's down to Razor and Kevin Owens. I also like how Seth Rollins outside psyched up Razor, slapped him in the face a couple times, said, "This is on you, let's go." Gets in the ring and completely pulverizes Kevin Owens and wins the match. But that match was a phenomenal match. The storytelling in it was great. The storyline with AOP and Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe being injured now, I mean, it's just a great storyteller the way they can do that. And I love it. And I gave this match a 5 out of 5. I thought it was phenomenal. And I also want to give a shout out to the referee, Eddie. He did a great job in this match and keep in order. Great job. We're going to move over to that segment we saw with Charlotte, where she comes out and she basically explains how she's won every title 10 times. And you can hear the crowd chant Rhea when she says that she's won every title. And she goes, yes, yes, yes. I also, I won that title as well. I have love for NXT as well as the NXT has love for its queen. And then we hear Rhea Ripley's music come out, Brutality. And the crowd popped because, you know what? This was a great idea. And I hope that this is where they're going. So she comes out and she challenges Charlotte. You never beat me. So for me, if Charlotte goes over to NXT, that would probably be nothing but good things for their ratings. That's one thing I could definitely say, because the Wednesday Night Wars right now, listen, I don't really think it's a war. I don't compare NXT to AEW. Now, let me explain that. I don't compare it as far as production value in a way. Like, okay, if AEW is in front of 15,000 people and NXT is in front of 300 people, you know, for me, that Full Sail crowd is great. They're loud, they get in it. But for me, it's just, I want to hear more of a roar, because NXT can do that. And I feel like, you know, as much as I love Full Sail, it would be great if they can do a few shows outside of that. And that would be, I think that would be nothing but good things for them. So that's why I really can't compare it, because the crowd, the show value, for me, sometimes NXT is a better show most of the time. But when the crowd is loud, man, it can make the show so much better than it was. And in this show, too, this show was really good, Raw, but the crowd was really in the show, and we'll get into that later when I do the review. Okay, so now, let's go back to what I was talking about with the Charlotte promo and Rhea Ripley. So she challenged her, and Charlotte doesn't answer. She walks out and does the woo! And then we hear later on in the show that she's going to come to NXT this Wednesday and answer her challenge. So that's a genius move right there, because you know damn well that everybody's going to tune into NXT, and I'm hoping maybe even break the 1 million barrier. I mean, come on. NXT pulls in about 700, close to 800,000. You know, I mean, there could be a lot of Charlotte fans out there that want to see her on NXT. So, you know, this is a good move from WWE to get NXT on the map. Listen, and if you want to put NXT on that same bracket as Raw and SmackDown, then you got to do this. You know, there's no crossing of brands. That stuff is nonsense. You're one brand. You should be allowed to cross. You know, I understand the whole brand supremacy thing, but listen, if someone wins a stipulation like that, like Royal Rumble, you know, they should be able to challenge anybody. And I think this is great. I think this is opening new doors for WWE to allow people to accept NXT, because NXT, by far, for me, is the best product that WWE offers right now. I love Raw and I love SmackDown. Come on, they're staples. I'll watch them regardless of the product and the outcome of it. But when I watch NXT, because I love NXT, I love the people that wrestle there. I love the investment. I love the storytelling that they provide. And it's a constant thing. You know what you're going to get with NXT. AEW is great because it's a shock value, but I know I'm going to get that good polished wrestling with NXT. So I think this is a great move for WWE by having Charlotte go there. Hey, if Charlotte goes there and wins the title at WrestleMania, I mean, that or doesn't win the title at WrestleMania, that's nothing. That's going to do nothing more than put Rhea Ripley over more, and NXT as well. So we'll see. We're going to see what happens with that. Now we're going to go over to the next match, and that was Natayla versus Asuka. This match was about a 5-minute match. Another great match here for this show. We saw a battle between Natayla and Asuka, and a lot of interference from Kairi Sane, of course. I think even Natayla got a shiner in this one. She got knocked in the eye, in the right eye. So that was kudos to her for, man, sticking it out. She did a great job in this match. Asuka's been losing, and, you know, I see why this match was here. Natayla is a great talent, and she really does help put people over. And Asuka's a dominant force. She's definitely a force to be reckoned with. But we know that, listen, Natayla could probably beat Asuka, and that interference with Kairi Sane is the reason why Natayla lost this match, to be honest with you. But I'm going to give this match a 4 out of 5 because I'm attaching the segment 2 as well. The match was great. The match definitely got a 4 out of 5, but the segment 2, after that, Asuka calls out Becky and saying that she wants a rematch for that Raw Women's title. And Becky comes out with those silly glasses that are from those popular videos on YouTube, and basically says, I would love nothing more than to do it again, especially that you gave me superpowers and you're asking me to drink from that fountain again. You're damn right I want to drink from that fountain again. And next week we're going to get Becky versus Asuka. Now, if you want my personal opinion, something in my gut is telling me, I'm a huge Becky fan, she's going to lose this title. And if she does lose this title, it's going to be nothing but good for business, because you know Becky is great on the chase. And if she's going to have to chase for that title, that road to WrestleMania is going to be gold. And if that's where they're going to go with this segment, then this would be awesome. I'm pretty excited to see what's going to happen next week on Raw. You got me to watch next week just with that segment alone. All right, now we're going to move over to the main event, which was a triple threat match. And it was for the number one contender to fight Brock Lesnar at Super Showdown in Saudi Arabia. So that's pretty cool. So, hey, Drew McIntyre might be fighting one of these guys at WrestleMania. So this is an exciting match to see. So it was Ricochet versus the Monday Night Messiah, Seth Rollins, and Bobby Lashley. This is actually a pretty good match. I thought this was an odd match to have. You have that David versus Goliath, and you have Seth Rollins, who is actually, he could beat Brock Lesnar, he could beat big guys. So it was kind of cool to see what was going to happen here. And these guys put on a great match. It was just back and forth. It ended with a triple superplex on the top rope, where actually Bobby Lashley kind of fell off, where I thought he actually got hurt. But yeah, that ended with that. It actually knocked Seth Rollins out of the ring because he was on the top, and he got the most damage from that. And Ricochet did his 450 and gets the win over Bobby Lashley, and is now going to fight Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar comes running beeline in the ring and gives an F5 to Ricochet, which I thought was the best way to end the show. Brock keeps showing up on shows. That's nothing good but good for ratings, because, you know, people want to see Brock. And to have him come in and just do something simple like that and put up his title, you got me. It's great, great show. And let's break down the whole show now. So for me, the ref rating, I'm going to give a 5 out of 5. The refs did a phenomenal job. Great job on John Cone on that triple threat match. That was great. He did a great job because the AOP and the Viking Raiders came out. Kevin Owens, I forgot to mention that. It was crazy. Sorry, I'm trying to speed this up because I actually got to go somewhere. They came out and they did a really good job with telling that story that happened before. So for the referee, John Cone, Eddie, Rod, Sean, they all did a great job in this show. So the ref rating, I'm going to 5 out of 5. For the match rating, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. I thought it was a great job. They did everything that they needed to do. There was a couple of filler matches that I'm not going to mention, but great job on the match card there. The product value, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. I love Tom Phillips. I'm so happy that they switched him over. I wanted Tom Phillips from the start because he kind of has that Michael Cole feel for me. I love the way he delivers. And then they brought Brian Saxton again. Great job. The King. I like King, but I feel like he needs a 3-man team for him to be even better. And I love the commentary team, the promos, the production, the interviews in the back, all the interviewers. Great job. 5 out of 5 for them. For the overall show value, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. A lot of people might hate me for this, but I thought the show was really freaking good. They had so much storytelling. Yeah, the beginning of the show was a little wonky because the matches weren't there, but they definitely fixed that at the end of the show. This was a really good storytelling and a good way to move on to the road of WrestleMania. Randy Orton coming out and getting booed. I mean, he's definitely by far the greatest heel in the business and of all time. I mean, I mean, there's a lot of people that think like Piper and listen, Randy Orton, man, that guy can get you to be on his side and then get you to freaking hate him, or you want to go stand out front of his house with pitchforks and riot. That guy is just the best at what he does. So yeah, guys, I thought the show was really great. I saw a couple of things on the website, some things that they posted for SmackDown, and we also saw that an injury report with AJ Styles. He's out indefinite with a shoulder injury, so hope he has a speedy recovery. And I believe that happened with Edge. Edge actually put him out of his misery, so that was pretty good. It was pretty crazy. I mean, if I was AJ Styles and I got injured from Edge spearing me at the Royal Rumble, you know what? It was worth it. Because you know what? It was a phenomenal moment, and I still get goosebumps thinking about that. So, again, I hope nothing but the best for AJ Styles and a speedy recovery. I did see that Goldberg was going to be on SmackDown, so that's interesting. Like I said, it's also up there that Charlotte's going to be going to NXT to answer Rhea Ripley's message. Also, I saw that WWE sent the Kansas City Chiefs a WWE belt. That's pretty boss. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is one of the matches I did not talk about. Angel Garza, the Cruiserweight champion. Oh, no. Sorry, he's not the Cruiserweight champion anymore. It's the Irish Ace. Okay, yeah. So now he fought Rey Mysterio and kind of did the same thing, but we saw him come out with Zelina Vega. We know Andrade is suspended for 30 days, so this was kind of interesting. I think that they should have done this a while ago, but, whatever, it's here. Zelina's a great manager, and I think that she should start taking over all that talent. I think that's great for her. She's a great manager. And even with Andrade, I think that she can handle a bunch of other people too as well. So yeah, we also saw Aleister Black again. That's why I really don't talk about the segments. It's just the same thing every day. So until something different happens, I'll report it. But that's pretty much it. That was a really good show for me. I really liked Raw. Thanks for watching. If you have any comments or any issues with my reviews, or you don't like anything I say, to be honest with you, I really don't care. Because at the end of the day, what do I know? I'm just a fan. And please, also, if you can, subscribe when it shows up there later. And check out all my videos. There's going to be one popping up right here. Peace.